to peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Hello, back. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to... say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. We've got Yves Missi. Chris Middleton is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Henderson, and it's Knipple in at the 2 guard. Just 5 on the clock. Here's George. The rebound by Wiggins. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. Here comes Toronto on the push. Pass to SGA. And he banks in the layup.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Wiggins with a screen on Johnson. Middleton against Johnson. Here's Missi. Tipped. And he gets it back. Picked by Missi. And here's Knipple from the arc. And he goes in for the dunk.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
A tricky cover. Gilgeous-Alexander is a talented finisher inside.
Here's Missi. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds.
Yeah, B.A. But one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Temple will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise. And with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It's a beautiful thing. Shams, appreciate the report. And so here is Miami, following the three-point basket by Toronto. Back to Middleton. The kick out to Wiggins. Picked by Missi. Lets a 3 fly. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He's showing off his eye for finding open teammates. Knipple is no selfish rookie.
Here's Buzelis. Oh, look out! Wow!
Are you kidding?
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Picked by Missi. Middleton attacking. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to SGA. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
Middleton looking around. And that one's good.
Well, you got to give it up to Middleton. He can get it done from three-point range and inside.
Here's SGA. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Here's George. Miami making their last shot. Here's SGA. Missi grabs the board. Missi's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Knipple. Middleton outside. Henderson for three. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Oh, good three ball by Henderson. Now, this is the part of his game that he wants to keep developing.
For three, George. And again, Toronto, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Count it. Middleton's got his second basket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over.
Nice decision by SGA. That is why you want him handling the ball.
The Heat with the lead. Oh, deflected. Misi. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And over the last 10 games, these are the league's best rebounding squads. The Heat in second.
And over the last 10 games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
It's Middleton on the wing, covered by Johnson. Oh, and Johnson with a block.
Well, that's excellent defense by Johnson. Able to protect the rim without foul.
SGA against Henderson. Here's SGA. Knipple with the rebound.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
What an aggressive slam by Middleton. Oh, my. I mean, I like when he uses his athleticism like this.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. Gets hauled in by the Heat. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
Yeah, they found some decent looks, but the shots just weren't falling. Sometimes it goes like that.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
And it's the Raptors with the ball. Miami making their last shot. Here's SGA. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And Shea's playmaking is really exceptional. Highlighted there with the perfect pass.
Here's Henderson. Taking command on offense when they need it. Putting up 21 a game. Pass to Middleton. Lets it go from deep. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Here's a look at some stats for him.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
Queen, he's checked in for Toronto. McCain comes in for Paul George. Johnson on the wing. Pass to Queen. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander on the assist by Buzelis. SGA's got 14 points for the game. Here's Knipple. Back to Henderson. Miami moving it around. And Grant, we hear all the time about the rookie wall.
Oh, it's definitely a real thing, BA. Not for every rookie, but a good percentage of them. You know, I'm interested to see which ones in this class are able to power through.
Some changes for Toronto. De Silva comes in for Johnson, and Connects subbed in for Buzelis. Raptors trail by 3. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And a nice finish on the layup. He's got 16.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Now here's SGA. The D's right on him. Miami grabs the miss.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Toronto. It's a 3-point game. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Atlanta.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Nothing is better than winning on the road in this league. It's so difficult. You savor every one of those.
To the middle. Here's Yakichonis. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
De Silva with the bucket.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Pass to Yakichonis. From deep three-point range. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Now here's Gilgeous Alexander. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, plus he got himself to the line. Playing aggressive, pushing the action.
Here's Williams. Toronto making their last shot. Pass to Holmes. Here's Yakichonis. Back to Holmes. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Miami shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Here's Wells. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. McCain against Holmes. Outside Gilgeous Alexander. There's a minute 40 left in the first quarter. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
A little mid-range shot is up. And there's Toronto with another bucket.
And we've become used to seeing this from Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the most versatile and dominant scoring threats in today's game.
Williams on the wing. Hey, from beyond the arc. And it's Toronto with a rebound. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat. Came out with a victory.
I love the defensive pressure they created in their last meeting, forcing turnovers and keeping the offense off kilter.
Well, when you can turn defense into offense like that, it certainly makes the game a lot easier. I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. 36 seconds left in the opening quarter. Count it. Good. And now it's an 8-point Raptor lead.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
23 seconds left in the first. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game. Joe's checked in for Toronto. Here's Yakichonis. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
This will be his second trip to the free throw line in this one. Toronto leading by 5. Outside McCain. Puts up a 3. That shot, no good. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Toronto. Moving the rock and looking. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
We've got Jared McCain, Buzelis out there with Johnson. Then it's Isaiah Joe. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Buzelis. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. They'll pin that on Chris Middleton. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, BA, they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business? That was just great work to battle through contact and will in the shot.
And Andrew Wiggins is a great sidekick stand. He can also be a leading man at times.
Well, you know, BA, a wing with his size and natural scoring will always be welcome. And with the way he's improved his defense, you have a solid two-way player.
Toronto passing it around. Outside Joe. Clock at 6. Blocked again! Pass to Messi. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
Rising up. Knipple really showing his verticality.
Raptors lead by 5. Outside McCain. Here's Buzelis. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Middleton. Here's Messi. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. Messi's got 16 points now. Henderson against McCain. Johnson a screen on Henderson to the paint. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Back to you, Brian.
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report. It's McCain on the wing, defended by Henderson. McCain against Henderson. Outside Johnson. The 3-ball. Rebound by Wiggins. Heat trail by 5. Pass to Messi. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. It's Middleton on the wing. Looking to end this cold spell. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Granted, recent seasons, the big limiter on Chris Middleton's game has been health.
Yeah, BA, and it's just so frustrating. Here's a high-impact player, an all-star, and he's always having to come back from something. Not what you want for anyone.
That free throw good from Middleton.
You know, one thing I like about Middleton is how well he operates in the pick and roll. If the defense isn't ready for him in that set, he can do some damage.
Looking at who's out there now for Toronto. Paul George comes in for Joe, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for McCain.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
George outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wiggins. Miami on D. Just 5 to shoot. Here's George. Nifty move. And the layup is good. George has got his first bucket in this one.
Sturdy play from George in the paint. Getting by the contact and to his finish.
And the Heat call time here.
Timeout.
And we are so close to seeing the final list of dunk contest participants. And you know, anyone who might compete in this is so pumped.
Who wouldn't be? I mean, if you're on that list, you have to start practicing, working with teammates to create new and different dunks.
Well, you look at Henderson, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
And we are very close to announcing our dunk contest participants. The final list is coming soon.
If the contest ends up being that list, I'd be very happy with it. What a group that is.
Toronto leading by 5. Right side, SGA. George outside. There's the screen by Johnson. There's the triple. George, no good.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Oh, and Johnson with a block.
Well, Johnson has a long reach, and he's athletic. He was right on top of that shot attempt.
Toronto passing it around. For 3. Drops in the 3. And now it's an 8-point Toronto lead.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. It took him a while to get going.
Pass to Wiggins. Puts the move on. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Johnson. George scanning the floor. Oh, and the dunk by George!
George's athleticism has always been a strength. Not many guys can pull off that dunk.
Here's Middleton. Oh, and Johnson with a block. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. And a quick look at how the Toronto Raptors schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Bam Adebayo and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Jamal Murray and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Pass to Johnson. Henderson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Henderson. To the left side wing. Outside Johnson. Outside SGA. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Scoot Henderson.
When you're as good a passer and scorer as SGA, you'll get defenders to bite like that.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from SGA. And founded back in 2020, the National Basketball Social Justice Coalition still pushing for voting rights and eliminating bias in the justice system. A lot yet to be done, Graham.
Yes, indeed, BA. And give them a follow. I mean, it's so much important work, and it takes all of us to really create the change we all hope to see.
Heat trail by 14. Middleton with it. Give him 8 points now. The offensive rebound. Henderson outside. Pass to Knipple. Gets the 3 to fall. Knipple's got his second basket of the night.
The defenses have to chase Knipple off the three-point line, or he will just continue torching them from there.
George, no good.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line. Two shot.
That one's off. Queen, he's checked in for Toronto. De Silva comes in for Buzelis. So Miami going with almost an entirely new group here. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's Queen. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Queen's got his first points of the night.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And again, no good by Miami. Toronto leading by 13. Pass to SGA. And he lobs it up to the rim. Outside, Williams. Here's Yakichonis. Outside Wells. Miami moving it around. And here's Misi. It's blocked. And that'll be Miami's ball as it goes out of bounds. Heat able to keep the possession. So that's checked in for Johnson. And the Heat making a change here. Here's Fleming, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Toronto has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's SGA. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
Toronto shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shea in the league.
Pass to Yakichonis. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, no good by Miami.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with them after that.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation. Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
And so here is Toronto. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3.
Even though they're up, they haven't been impressive from distance this quarter, shooting under 30%.
Toronto making a switch here. McCain's checked in. Heat trail by 15. Pass to Holmes. Here's Fleming. And the layup is good off the glass.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
Toronto's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Outside McCain. The 3. Rebound Miami. When this one's over, they'll be off to Charlotte as they take on the Hornets. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Holmes, a screen on McCain. Yakachonis. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Yakachonis. Defense on our 2K leaderboard. Looking at the best when it comes to points per game allowed over the previous month. 5th, the Raptors.
Well, you have to praise their defense over the last month. They've been working as a team to put almost constant pressure on opposing offenses. Just terrific stuff.
Shots blocked. It's stolen by McCain. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Pass to George. From outside the arc. And in 7 attempts, he's drained 3.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of the modern swingman.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dalton Connect. That's his first foul. Joe's checked in for Toronto. Now here's Wells. He's covered by Connect. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Isaiah Joe.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Williams taking 2 shots.
Two.
First free throw is good. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Toronto leading by 19. 59 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. And here is Williams. He had 9 points in his last time out. Williams with the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Steps back. Here's Yakachonis. Three-pointer Holmes. Here's Wells. Off target from three-point range. The Raptors shooting a fantastic 57%. Here's Joe. Drains the triple.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Yakachonis. He has 6. Miami needs to get off a shot here. Williams from long range.
Oh, he's frustrated, yeah. You know he wanted to come right back with a 3 of his own.
And so it's Toronto with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest.
Man, this is a crazy list. Plenty of familiar names on it here, but a couple of outliers too. I love the root for the underdogs.
Not many outliers have won this event, but it's possible. Anybody can get hot. And shifting gears, back to the half we just watched. SGA, outstanding.
Gilgeous-Alexander is doing everything. Has total control of the offense. Reminds me of my good friend Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, Shaq, you didn't have to. But yeah, I wish I had his height when I was playing. I'll tell you, that would have been fun.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Well, the Heat's shooting just 42% so far in the game. And let's take a look at Miami. They've got Chris Middleton, Scoot Henderson out there with Knipple. Then it's Yves Missi, and it's Wiggins in at the three. Picked by Missi. And he dumps it down.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to George. Here's the pick. Gilgeous-Alexander against Henderson. 5 to shoot. George for 3. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got assist number 5 here. What? A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, BJ. Jalen Johnson's great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those. Guys?"
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing, defended by Henderson. SGA passes to Johnson. Oh, big slam!
Oh my gosh, the athleticism.
And that was a dunk contest material kind of jam. Johnson just letting it all hang out.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game. Raptors on D. Middleton, left side. Here's Missi. Blocked! And the whistle stopped the play here. It's not a clean block shot. Instead, a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. This is his third trip to the free throw line in this game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw misses. And the second free throw is good. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. Down low. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Henderson.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Looking to get back on track. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Paul George.
Look, Middleton just gets good positioning and puts the defense in a tough spot.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Middleton. Both free throws good from Middleton. Raptors lead by 21. Inside, here's Bruce Ellis. Rebound Miami. Misi's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Henderson. Wiggins outside. Here's Middleton. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
Well, how about that jam by Middleton? He's far from just a jump shooter.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. George, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Middleton against Johnson. Got a piece of it.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Pass to Buzelis. Toronto passing it around. Here's SGA, and that'll be Toronto's ball as it goes out of bounds. Raptors able to keep possession. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Clock at 2. And the jumper is good at the free throw line. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 36 points.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
And the Heat call time here. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at Toronto. At the midway point of the season, they're in 4th place in their respective conference. And, of course, Miami, far behind in the standings.
You know, for the Raptors, we'll see if they can up the ante down the stretch. They still have a lot of work to do in order to rise to the top.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
And here's Knipple from the arc. Out of bounds, it'll be Raptors ball. And the list of rookie leaders in assists over the last 10 games. 5th on the list, Con Knipple.
He's been one of the finest passers amongst rookies, showing he's got a future as a playmaker in this league.
Here's SGA. He's got 36 points. Johnson a screen on Henderson. Pass to Buzelis. They get the rebound. George for 3. Shot's good. SGA making the play. SGA's got 8 assists in the game.
Gets the ball and takes the shot. It's that easy for Paul George.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And now the Raptors on the break. And SGA throws it down.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Pass to Knipple. Will it go? Toronto grabs the miss. George outside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Henderson. 4 on the clock. And that one's good. SGA's got 40 points.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Johnson against Middleton. Picked by Misi. Henderson for 3. Kicks it out to Middleton. There's the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Middleton's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Well, if you feed Middleton, you can count on him knocking down the jumper. He's been so reliable over the years.
For 3, George. McCain's checked in for SGA.
Now, into the line for Toronto, number 20,
McCain against Henderson. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
second team foul.
Here's Buzelis, pounded by Wiggins. Hits a 3-pointer. George has got 16 points.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass. Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Oh, got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
Toronto making a switch here. Queens checked in. And Miami with a change here, too. Holmes, he's checked in for Misi. Pass to Buzelis. There's the screen by Johnson. Outside McCain. Here's Buzelis. 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. McCain's shot is off. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 11 in this 3rd quarter. Henderson against McCain. Oh, George with a steal. And George with the jam.
I like when Paul looks to score inside because he's more than capable of dunking it through.
Back to Henderson. Pass to Middleton. Rebound Toronto. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now George. He's got 18. The shake. Rejected.
Excellent defense from Knipple. The rookie showing some moxie.
Some changes for Toronto. De Silva's checked in for Buzelis. And Joe subbed in for Paul George. Toronto passing it around. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Queen. From outside, off the mark. Miami has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. To the inside. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
To the right side. 3-pointer Yakachonis. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got his 5th rebound in this one. They get it back. Outside McCain. Launches it. That shot missing.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by McCain. Pass to Queen. Outside Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And the big-time scoring night from Johnson continues. This guy has solidified himself as a very good prop.
Here's Yakachonis, covered by Joe. Now here's Henderson. Just 5 on the clock. Williams from long range. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Joe with the ball. And it's Holmes picking him up. Takes a 3. And it's Miami with a rebound. Pass to Fleming. Now Holmes. Here's Yakachonis. Now here's Henderson. And again, no good by Miami.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Pass to Yakachonis. To win the cold spell. And he throws it down with one hand.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, that's a textbook move by Johnson. Once he sets the pick, he hustles into scoring position.
Here's Fleming. Pass to Holmes. Henderson outside. Nails it from three. Henderson's got his second bucket on the night.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Down low. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
To the paint. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Here's Yakachonis. Covered by Joe. The shot by Yakachonis, no good. Well, the Raptors shooting 54% so far in the third quarter. Here's Queen. No good on the three.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Henderson, the pass to Holmes. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
At the line for the Heat, Holmes. 2 shots.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Connects checked in for Toronto. Wells is checked in for Miami. And he sinks the second. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, keeping control of the ball must have been an emphasis for them. Very clean game so far.
Miami shooting 39% from the field in the third. Here's Yakachonis. Give him 8. Pass to Fleming. 4 seconds left. Can't get the layup.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Raptors out in front, running away with this one. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Connect, Thomas Bryant out there with Isaiah Joe, and it's battle in a power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Pucciafino, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think he got some extra bounce off the ground on that one. Pass to Highland. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Thomas Bryant. That's his first foul of the game. As players get bigger and faster, you think the league will have to widen the court at some point?
Well, B.A., I just don't think that's realistic, to be quite honest. And I think the reason is The league's all about money, right? I mean, it's a business. We've got to make money. And the arenas were all laid out. If you start making the court wider, you're going to take away rows of seats. Those are high-priced seats, BA. We're not taking those away. I don't think widening the court is really realistic.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Toronto.
Well, you got to love their aggressiveness on the offensive glass. They have just refused to give up on any of the plays.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, BA. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor. Man, the defender really went after him.
Team foul. At the line for the Heat, Bones Highland, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. So Highland nails both of them. Toronto shooting about 56% in this one. Pass to connect. Jacks up a 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
It's stolen. Joe with the ball, and Wells picks him up defensively. Pass to Hood Schifino. Shoots from 14. Rebound Miami. Left side Highland. On target from range.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
And here's Connect. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, just a strong finish. Dalton Connect, not to be denied.
Shooting 1.
One thing you hear coaches like Steve Kerr say, let's not gift foul calls that you'd never tolerate in a pickup game. You agree?
I absolutely agree, BA, and I think Steve Kerr has gotten that across to the league in the way guys officiate now, and I think that's good. Let's call fouls when a guy's trying to score or trying to make an offensive play and we actually foul him. Let's not reward guys when their only objective is to try to get fouled, jumping into people and stuff.
6 to shoot. From downtown, Fleming grabs the miss. Miami has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. There's a screen. Here's Highland. Rebound Toronto. Here's Hood-Schifino. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam. with both hands, making sure of it. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. And the bucket is good.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's Hutchefino. He's guarded by Highland. Grant, you're involved with helping the NBA grow the game globally. How important are those initiatives?
You know, BA, it's very important to watch how the game has grown over the last 30 years that I've been connected with the NBA. It's quite staggering, but there's more work to be done. So every initiative, every appearance, every camp, every game is so vitally important as we continue to spread the game of basketball all over the world.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
At the line for your Raptors. 2 shots.
And that one misses. De Silva's checked in for Battle. He hits the second from the line. The Heat have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Right side Highland. Shoots over Bryant. Can't hit from the elbow.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And then Bryant with the dunk.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Outside Highland. Lets it go from 11. De Silva with a rebound. Toronto has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Here's Bryant. Rebound Miami. Outside Highland. Well, a lot of eyes focused on NBA officiating, but where their eyes are focused is also a topic.
Yeah, the league's able to track officials' position on the court and even tell where they're looking. And you cross-check that with the results and train them where to be and where to keep watching.
The Raptors making a switch here. SGA's checked in. Wiggins, he's checked in for Miami. Toronto passing it around. And here's Connect outside. He's off on that one.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Pass to Wiggins from behind the arc. Rebound Toronto. Bryant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's De Silva. Yes, sir. And it's Bryant picking up the assist.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Now here's Wiggins. Pass to Fleming. 3-pointer. Joe grabs the miss.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Highland against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
So both teams changing it up here. Miami has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Messi with it. Pass to Wiggins to halt the run. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And SGA throws it down.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Pass to Messi. Oh, there's the alley. Blows the alley-oop.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Joe misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Inside. Here's Wiggins. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, what a creative dunker Wiggins is. It's really fun watching him rise up and finish with power.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Second personal foul. 15 foul.
That's good from SGA. Queen, he's checked in for Toronto. Holmes, he's checked in for Miami. Williams comes in for Wells. Well, the Heat's shooting just under 40% from the field. Down low. Oh, they pick off the pass. To the middle. Queen. Oh, he jams it straight down.
Well, Connect is used to just finishing plays, so seeing him share the wealth is encouraging.
There's a screen. Wiggins for three. Rebound Toronto. Outside SGA. Goes up on the wing. Rebound Miami. Fleming's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Yakichonis. From the arc. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's De Silva. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
To the inside. Here's Holmes. The kick out to Wiggins. Here's Yakichonis. 3 on the clock. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, no good by Miami.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
2 points. That one goes. SGA's got 48.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
And they say that leadership starts at the top, Stan. How does great ownership and the front office permeate an organization?
Well, you're absolutely right, BA. Leadership starts at the top. And the best owners in this league go out and get great people, and then they empower them. They don't micromanage. They get people to work and use their expertise to build the organization.
Joe's checked in for De Silva. He's perfect from the line this time. Heat shooting 27% here in the fourth. To win the drought, and it's blocked by SGA.
Read the eyes of the ball handler, and Gilgeous-Alexander able to get a hand up in time.
He got it again! Sensational!
Oh my goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Pass to Wiggins. And it's blocked by SGA.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says, and a great win for the Raptors.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
VA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they played well tonight, picking up win number 24 of the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Toronto passing it around, and here's Connect outside. And Holmes pulls it down.
Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there tonight.
Back to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. Pass to Connect. Outside Joe. And here's SGA. Shot clock at 5. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Outside, SGA. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They did.
Paul, what a great team effort.
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.